Beste mensen, de wekelijkse interactie met Mitch. Afgelopen wedstrijd en de wedstrijd die komen gaat. Hi Mitch, I'll switch to English just
No worries, mate.
comfort you. Yeah, Mitch, bit of a nasty one. What happened against Rotterdam?
All the things we spoke about last week, and trying to keep disciplined 15 people on the park, and making sure that we looked after some of their bigger players. We failed to do that and punished accordingly. They've done that to a lot of teams this year. If you have a look at their games, and like we said, the clinical nature of their play, you afford people like Will Maddox time and space, and I think he set up certainly the first 3 tries. 2 of them he scored himself. And that just proves how dangerous a player he is. And the same with Wolf van Dijk. Again, a monster game from him, and setting them on the gain line, and enabling the likes of Will and their Portuguese centre Wow and Sam Fogarty, their captain, the time and space to be able to punish us. And that's exactly what happened. The red card didn't help matters. And playing into the wind in the first half, definitely. We had all elements going against us, both figuratively and literally. We were punished. To the boys' credit, we stuck at it with 14 men for nigh on 60 odd minutes there, and the second half an improvement in performance and what we wanted to do and what's expected as a bare minimum for an Eemland side, but too little, too late. Yeah.
Okay. So there was a reaction. So that's good. I couldn't be there, so that's why I need to ask that.
No.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pity. It was, it came across as a thumping that you don't want, especially as a wanting to be a top 4 club. Now we all know, because of last season, it doesn't really matter where you end up in the top 4, as long as you can go through. But this was a nasty one. How do you get the boys back on track?
Well, it's a case of sitting down and highlighting the obvious. The mistakes that happened and why they came about. This was things that we'd warned them about and had seen in a couple of other games that we needed to sharpen up on, and we were punished by a very clinical and very good side. It's now getting back to, as we like to say, pounding the rock. One of the big credos that we have within the club and within the senior squad. We need to get back to that, and going down to Hoek van Holland is the perfect place for us to start this weekend, because we know that if you're not on your game and the conditions are anything like they were last week, it can be a difficult place to go. So not quite out of the frying pan into the fire, but something very, very similar. Yeah. So
they're a solid side, aren't they? Yeah.
They are a solid side, and life is always difficult when you go down to the Hook. They're a good team. They make their own place a bit of a fortress. We went down there and had a very good performance in very testing conditions last year. We need the same again this week. Okay. And then we have to go back to a one game and a time mentality and get through this week, and then look to build into that final game against Haarlem. But all priority has to be for both teams, the test that awaits us down in the Hook.
Cool. Well, good luck with that one, Mitch, and I'll probably talk to you next week.
Not a problem, mate. All the best.
Thanks, mate.